Welcome back to our little tour of the Oblivion houses redone in Minecraft. This time we'll leave Bruma for the Cheydinhal house, which is also here in the forest, where it fits quite well with the elven influenced architecture. So it's just across this hill here. We can already see it in the distance. So here it is, the Cheydinhal house. So you see, I used birch wood to represent those white walls from the original, and of course cobblestone at the base. In the original, all the walls have an extensive wooden framing all over them, so in Minecraft this is not replicatable that well, so I just used a single layer of wood blocks to compensate for that. I also used fence pillars here at the corners. These have two uses. First, they again compensate a bit for the missing wooden framing, and on the other hand, they help to give a little hint of roundness at the corners. As in the original building, the corners here are quite round, or at least not 90 degrees, and those fence pillars help to simulate this a bit, as roundness is not one of the main concepts of Minecraft, you know. So let's take a walk around. You see, I again used the wooden column here with a fence pillar in front, so the walls are not that boring from the outside. So the back side here with the chimney, which surrounds a real fireplace this time, as we're in a cobblestone house. You can also see the house is quite covered in trees, at least from this side, which fits quite well with the style of the house, I think. And you also see I again used wooden planks, stairs for the roof. Although the roof in the original is much darker, nearly purple I think. But I think the wooden planks still play quite nicely with the other block styles of the house. First I had a standard 45-degree roof, but this was just too flat. Then I tried a very steep roof, which came into massive, so I came up with this compromise of 2 layers of stairs and then a steeper roof. So that's it for the outside. You see, I used a white framing around the door, although the original has again cobblestones here, but the original has white doors, and these make a nice contrast with the cobblestone. So I just used the white framing here. So let's go in. You see, the first thing you see when entering the house is the fireplace with the 2 chairs in front of it, which gives a very nice atmosphere to this ground floor. And the paintings I used in this house are all at the corresponding places in the original, I think, except for those that represent tapestries, of course. And here we got a little dining area with 2 chairs in front, and here a little reading corner with a bookshelf and a chair. I think the original has some cupboards with alchemy on them here. And again I used rocks. All those rocks are also in the original, I think, because we're in the ground floor, and those rocks, especially the orange ones, correspond quite well with the wooden slabs that make up the rest of the floor. So that's it for the ground floor. One thing I really like about the original house is this very high single main room with a very high ceiling and the balcony overlooking the ground floor, which is a very good idea, I think. Very nice feature. So let's go up. So here we got a little storage area, and here you see these wooden columns in conjunction with the cobblestone and the birch wood make a very good contrast on all the walls, I think. All the walls, those 3 different parts play very well together. I again used fence pillars here in the corner, because in the original those outer corners are still a bit round, and also these give a bit more contrast to the corners. And I really like those narrow rooms with the very high ceiling and those high windows. Here we got a little kitchen area with a furnace and a workbench, and in the original this is also the kitchen area, I think, with some cupboards and table. These 2 paintings are tapestries in the original, but those paintings fit quite well here, I think. So here we got the balcony overlooking the ground floor, although you don't see that much of the ground floor if not jumping. So here we again have a very large painting which represents a tapestry. And as said, I really like this high ceiling, especially with those interesting corners which come from the roof, of course, as the roof is cross-shaped here. And on this wall, as it's the interior, I worked a bit more extensively with wooden blocks to compensate for the wooden framing. So let's enter this only room in the house, except for the main hall, which is just a single room. So here we again we have a very narrow room with a high ceiling and high windows, which is a bit unintuitive for a bedroom, but is a very nice idea, I think. The furniture I improvised a bit here: a bookshelf, a bench and a chest. So again we can lay rocks here, as below us there is no real room. So these rocks are also in the original, I think, captured as best as possible using the possibilities of Minecraft. So yeah, here in the corner we have the bed finally. So a house I really like, as long in the original Oblivion game as well as my Minecraft version. So let's take a little tour again of the house. The ground floor with the balcony and the fireplace with the 2 chairs in front. So that pretty much was it for the Cheydinhal house. I think next time we'll visit the Leaween house, although I haven't finished it yet. Or maybe we go to Arborwatch, don't know. We'll see. So see you next time, and good night.